Alright, hey everybody, so you might be asking yourself, hey Charles, didn't we already see this video? I mean, didn't this video already pop up on your channel once before? And the answer is yes, but the reason why you're seeing this video again is because the original cut of this video, the sun was just completely blaring in through the window, and at times I was getting completely washed out, and you could barely even see me in the video. And I'm sure that there was like more than a few people who was even kind of annoyed by the sun and wish that I would have just, not even done, that take of the video and wish I would have just done another. But I kind of wanted to redo this video to give you guys an actual, real video here. So yeah, hey everyone, welcome to another topic video. Now for today's topic video, it's going to feel a little different because this isn't necessarily talking about anything from the films or the books in particular, but about something that Josephine Langford said in an interview for Teen Vogue. The title of the article is Josephine Langford Talks After We Collided, Sequels and Shame. And that last part is the part that I really want to focus on today, shaming. So what she said was, and boy is this spot on, she said, quote, "I think that society has a big issue with teenage girls and shame." Josephine says, "Their magazines and their music and their interests and their views, I think we love to shame them." And shame is the key word, because it's not just, oh, I don't like this thing you're interested in. It's, I don't like this thing you're interested in, and you're stupid for liking it. Let me go ahead and make this very clear. We don't all like the same things, nor do we all dislike the same things. But especially when it comes to young girls and their interests, we as a society take a more sinister, dark, vitriolic, disturbing tone. It's shaming. It's not just having an opinion, it's shaming. Pure and simple. From the After series, to 50 Shades, to Twilight, to Justin Bieber, to One Direction, to Harry Styles, we love to shame young girls for their interests. But why? Why do we prop up male-driven interests while tearing down young girls and women? Young girls and women's money is just as good as the guys. So why is it that whenever something female-aimed succeeds, the tone of every single article is always, what? Like, how did that happen? Like, what is this sorcery? But you never get the same tone for male-driven franchises. When a male-driven franchise film hits $1 billion, there's all this fanfare. But when a female-driven franchise hits $1 billion or more, it's shrugged off or very little to no fanfare. Twilight, 50 Shades, Mamma Mia are billion-dollar franchises, but you probably didn't know that. Well, maybe with Twilight, but certainly not 50 Shades or Mamma Mia. I can credit my interest in Twilight to young girls. Way back in 2007, 2008, I didn't even know what Twilight was. The trailers legitimately did nothing for me, and I never even knew about the books. All I knew about Twilight was that there was a film out called Twilight in theaters. One day, I'm sitting in Spanish class, and I hear these two girls in front of me talking a mile a minute about the books and the trailer and the movie. It kind of gets my attention, but I shrug it off. I mean, hey, I was an idiot teenage boy, give me a break there. But something changed. This wasn't a one-and-done conversation. Class after class after class after class after class after class times infinity, it kept going and going and going and going and going. And I became more and more interested until one day they finally noticed that I've been staring and eavesdropping. These girls were talking a mile a minute, and very passionately about Twilight, the same way my guy friends and me talk about Star Wars, comic books, video games, etc., things that had a majority male audience. And how could I not pay attention and eavesdrop? I'd never seen or heard anything like it. So they stopped talking and look at me, and not with a, "Can I help you, creeper?" but with a genuine curiosity, because I was staring with a genuine curiosity at them. So I asked them, "What are you guys talking about?" And they answer, "Twilight." I asked, "Well, what's Twilight?" They launch into everything. The more that they explain, the more I became curious. Unfortunately, at that point, the film had left theaters, so I didn't get a chance to see it when it was actually in theaters, but I did get the DVD when it finally came out, and I devoured it. I loved it. One of the special features was the Comic-Con panel, and when you looked at that crowd, it was young girls and women. After the first film, the films explode into the stratosphere, but with success also comes the backlash. Even Titanic, a film that many credit the success with young girls going again and again and again and again and again, will tell you that that's nothing new. Titanic, a film that came out in 1997, would tell you that shaming young girls for their likes is nothing new. And I'm sure that you can even go back, farther than Titanic, but I kind of want to use Titanic as the example here. But I'm sure that even, beyond Titanic, you could even do that. As I paid attention to the success of Twilight, it was hard to ignore the backlash. Full-page articles ran in my local paper mocking girls for having Twilight, Edward, Jacob themed birthday parties. Never in my life had I ever seen young guys made fun of for having Batman, Spider-Man, or Iron Man insert male-driven franchise birthday parties. That was nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to what happened in the year of 2012. I'll never forget this as long as I live. To give context, in July of 2012, during a midnight screening of The Dark Knight Rises, a fucking coward, let me repeat that, a fucking coward whose name I will not say, and I hope he's burning in hell, shot up a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. And you might be sitting there asking yourself, hey, wait a minute, Charles, that's actually pretty disturbing, but what the hell does that have to do with anything here? What the hell does that have to do with shaming and young girls? You would think nothing. And unfortunately, you would be so wrong, my people. On a very public message board, a user posted, he couldn't have waited a few months and shot up the Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 screening. Let me repeat that again. On a public message board on IMDb, yeah, back when they actually had message boards on IMDb before they took them down, one of the users actually said he couldn't have waited a few months and shot up the Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 screening. The vitriolic shaming of young girls and their love of Twilight had gone so far that now this commenter was calling for their deaths with pages upon pages upon pages upon pages of comments joining in and egging it on, with only a few calling it out and pushing back. That is how horrific the shaming had gotten. You would think that as the Twilight films went on, people would mature and 50 Shades would have a better reception. Again, you would be so wrong, my dear followers. In the summer of 2011, 50 Shades was released to controversy, praising, and vitriol. This time, the shaming wasn't kept to online message boards. This time it was broadcast across your television screens from various talk shows. It was broadcast across your televisions for millions upon billions of people to see. Shaming young girls / women for liking an erotic book when we praise prop-up men for liking the exact same things. The movies weren't treated any better. When you read the reviews for the 50 Shades franchise, especially a lot of the male reviews, not only was there a loathing, but shaming undertones and overtones of how dare women find something erotic and sexy. It got to the point, this got so far that it got to the point where pictures were starting to pop up online from alleged screenings of 50 Shades of sticky cum-covered seats, cucumbers wrapped in condoms, vibrators, and anal beads. Now, I saw those pictures. I saw all of those pictures. And I'm going to be honest here. They never came off as women took these things to these screenings. Oh, this was women who did this. It always came off as some shit fuck of a dickless of a guy doing this versus real, legitimate things that were actually found during these screenings. 50 Shades is a billion-dollar movie franchise, but you would never know that. It never got the fanfare or the 50 billion articles announcing it. Now we have the After Film series, where multiple reviews from major publications, it's like Josephine says here, where she says, it's not just, I don't like this thing you're interested in, it's, I don't like this thing you're interested in, and you're stupid for liking it. And that is exactly the tone that these reviewers actually took. Because it's not just, I don't like this film because X, Y, and Z. That would be fine. That is a review. That is fine. It literally became, I don't like this film, and you're a fucking idiot if you do. Now, nobody actually said the word fucking idiot, but that was the tone that they took. They might as well have said fucking idiot. Because I actually lost count at the number of reviews that actually singled out the fans. That actually singled out the fan base of this thing and pretty much blamed them for why these films are a success and why these critics actually have to keep seeing this. So let me go ahead and say this. With Twilight and 50 Shades, I can make an argument that, yeah, it's the critics' job and, they're forced to go see these films because it is their job. With After, they made it a point not to show it to critics. They made it a point, to kind of give critics the out, especially with the first film and even more so with the second film. They gave critics an out. So these critics actually went out of their way to go see something that they know they're going to hate, that they know they're going to be vitriolic towards, just to, take some shots at the fan base. Could not be me. So why? Why is this accepted? Why have we as a society decided that all of this is okay just because these things have a majority female/young girl fan base? And it's not just entertainment. It's not just talking about entertainment. It's also their views. Listen to that. Look, their views, their political views. Young girls are shamed for their political views, for being politically, tuned in to all the stuff going on in the world right now. We even shame young girls for that. So out of one side of our mouths, we are literally sitting here and telling people, hey, you young people need to use your voices. You need to, rise up, and you need to, shout from the rooftop all this injustice that's going on in the world right now. But when these young girls actually do use their voices, all of a sudden we say, you don't know what you're talking about, honey. Go sit down somewhere. Wait until you're a little bit older. So cute, huh? Just like, fuck off. And it's long past time that we stop shaming young girls and women for their interests and start celebrating them the same way we celebrate and support male-driven things. This video went a lot longer than I actually anticipated. This video went a lot longer than I actually had planned. But this is a topic that needs to be brought up. This is a topic that needs to be talked about. And this is a topic that is long past time that we stop doing this. We need to stop shaming young girls, women, period. We need to stop shaming them. We need to stop shaming them, for their magazines, their music, their interests, their views, their entertainment. Like, we need to stop shaming them, period. This is long past time that this whole shit stops. It's now 2021, and I can go back as, late as 1997 to say, hey, this is nothing new. And I'm sure there are a lot of older women who could say, yeah, no, this goes long past 1997. I can, bring up, millions of things that happened before 1997. And yes, there is. And yes, we have made a lot of progress, but still not enough. Because if I can sit here and list examples from after and after we collided, it proves that this is still a fucking issue. Look, if you want to review these things and, stick your criticisms to, I don't like X, Y, and Z about this film, that's fine. But there's no reason to shame the fan base. There's no reason to shame the young girls for going to go see these things. There's no reason to shame the fan base for liking all of these things. Whether it be their magazines, their music, their interests, and their views. If you are still here, thank you so much for, watching up to this point, and thank you for, sitting through what was effectively a much needed rant. I hope you enjoyed this video, so jump down to the comment section below, let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to grow to the heights that it has without you guys. And so for that, I am eternally grateful. You know and I know there are plenty of fans out there who have no idea, absolutely no idea that this channel exists, so please keep sharing the channel. Please keep spreading the word of Charles' movie channel, because this will easily be one of the best, if not the best, after-series channels you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. And let's go through like a whole bunch of the stuff that you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on After We Fell and After We're Happy. You guys are going to be so updated, you'll be begging me to stop the updates. Because I was terminated for so long, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff related to After We Collided, including a live watch-along commentary. But first, I have to do a test run on it with Cruel Intentions, and you can, look forward, to hearing the date for that pretty soon. Again, thank you so much for your continued love and support. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the subscribe, keep sharing the channel. My name is Charles. Welcome to the After Series channel. I'll see you later, after fans, after naders. Take care, y'all. Love you.